What is going on, guys? I appreciate you guys dropping by and just hanging out with me for a little bit. I just wanted to give you guys like a quick update on what's been going on with me health-wise. Like I said, last week around Saturday, I was released from the hospital, sent me home with several medications, 3 pills that I take once a day, and one pill is a diuretic to flush out the water. One is a one to drop blood pressure so that the heart doesn't have to work as much, and one is a vasodilator, so it opens up the blood vessels, so to also help the heart not work as much. With these three combinations of medications, it is set to where me moving and exercising in the meantime while these medications work will help strengthen the heart, get my heart back up to par, keep the fluids and things like that from building up off of me, and get my body back to a more functional state. So far, it's been working pretty well. I've been able to move around. I'm not feeling fatigued and tired or anything like that. I was definitely in a better mood today. Definitely feeling better today. Um, as you guys know, on our weight loss journey, we started off at 290 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say it was either 290 pounds or 285 pounds. To put that into perspective, I'm roughly around 5'10", maybe 5'11" on a good day. And to be that size at that height at this age, the age of 32, that's not good. It's a terrible combination. So I had already started before I even went to the doctor ever and set an appointment or anything like that. We had already started to try to knock off that weight and get down to a better size. Right now, currently today, we are sitting at 253 pounds. So we've nearly lost 40 pounds. We've done it gradually, we've done it slowly to where nothing is drastic, nothing is extreme. And that was something that I was always doing, was just trying to hurry up and lose weight real fast. And we did it slowly, gradually, as responsible as we could, to make sure that we were safe, make sure our body can still properly function. With us dealing uh, with these complications medically, we still been monitoring everything and keeping track of everything. But to be honest, it caused me to consume way less salt, consume way less junk, way less carbs and things like that. So it's been bittersweet. I noticed that my blood pressure just normally, without even touching medication, I'm sitting at around 114, 111 over 75 or 80. That's my normal range. That's my typical range. Taking the medication sometimes drops it a little too low. So I'll have to make sure I keep like some broth or something a little salty to eat that can kind of raise that up to a little bit more of a normal level. It'll drop a little too low. I think the lowest I've gotten was like 89 over maybe 70 or something like that. So I have to keep a close eye on that, make sure it doesn't drop too low and cause me even further issues. Um, so it's like I said, it's bittersweet, knowing that I don't necessarily need blood pressure medication to regulate my blood pressure. The only reason I use the blood pressure medication is for my heart and regulating how hard it has to work in order to pump out blood and pump out oxygen uh to the rest of my body. Um so like I said, so far everything's been working pretty well. I was dealing with a little bit of nausea at first when they first introduced me to the medication. And it was like I said, I had never taken medication. So it was new for me, it was different. My body's adjusted to it now. And I recently went to the hospital to talk to them about dosage because I was sent home last Saturday, and I was sitting at around 254. Once I got home, I was noticing that slowly that weight was coming back as the fluid was building up. I was drinking too much in the day. So they limit me in my fluid how much I can drink to about 1 to 2. I think they said about 1.5 to 2 liters. 2 liters being the absolute most. Um, They were limiting me to that and was telling me like, hey, just make sure you watch that. You also got to watch the salt intake. When I first got home, I was getting a bit more salt in than I needed, um, because I wasn't realizing just how much salt is in just about everything. So I was getting a little more than I needed, but not too much. But the little bit that I was getting was helping to retain that fluid. Then I was taking in too much fluid. So those two combinations was causing me to retain way more fluid than what I needed to. So I ended up going to the hospital and was letting them know about that, see if we can discuss uh amping up the dosage. And so they agreed, but they also told me the dosage helps, but it only helps if you actually are monitoring your fluid intake and your salt intake. Like I said, salt isn't really that big of a deal for me, but that in combination with taking in too much fluid, it can become an issue if you allow it to. Um, so they end up raising my dosage from a 40 milligram to a 60 milligram. So I still take everything once a day. I just take a half pill more of the furosemide or the Lasix. And with that, it made a huge difference. One thing that made a huge difference for me as well is I was always active and walking around and doing stuff around the house. I rarely sat down and I was always on my feet. So learning how to sit down and get off my feet for a little while and stay active, but to get off my feet for, at least a little period of time and elevate my feet. So I'll sit on the couch now and I'll put like a big pillow right in front of me and I'll have my feet elevated. And I'll try to have my feet up where it's nearly like matching heart level or a little higher. So that way, whatever fluid is on my legs, because that's mainly where my fluid builds up at, in the lower abdomen and in my feet and ankles. So elevating it, will hopefully draw out some of that fluid to come back down to get processed, and then I can go ahead and eliminate it. Um, that is what I've been doing, and that helped out tremendously. Um, Normally once I take the Lasix, it would take a while it would take about an hour, sometimes longer, depending on how much fluid I have built up on me, depending on how much fluid is in in my abdomen, the stomach area. If it's too much fluid there, it makes it hard for the medicine to take. And so sometimes it would take hours before it would ever kick in, if it ever did. Sometimes uh it wouldn't kick in, it wouldn't work. So me doing that, keeping the feet elevated, definitely helped out, and it helped it work quicker. If it's not a lot of fluid on my stomach, it will work faster, usually within 1 hour. Not only was it working faster, but it was pulling more. So I kept doing that, kept elevating the feet, and I was able to pull, I want to say 2.3 liters of fluid, with just that one pill. And that was awesome because that's like a full day of me drinking and stuff like that. So if I can keep my net fluid that I eliminate positive, then I'm good. Um, I think I'm saying that right. If I can eliminate more than what I'm taking in, or at least eliminate what I'm taking in, then I'll be good. They recommend that I weigh myself every day, which I already did. I was always weighing myself in the morning, just because to keep a close eye on the weight loss, make sure I wasn't losing too fast, or plateauing. They recommended that. They were telling me to, like I said, be active. They were telling me to continue my activities as normal. So however active I was before, just continue that. Me, I still am active as I was before, but it's a little bit more toned down. Me and the girls used to walk every day, 4 or 5 miles a day. So we're definitely not doing that as much, mainly because it's so cold uh outside, and that definitely was bothering me, just being out in that cold and trying to walk with those girls. I wasn't trying to have them out there. So we definitely don't walk as much. We'll go to the grocery store occasionally and we'll get some walking in, but it's not nearly as much. Just trying to stay active in a way where it's not going to hurt me or harm me in the long run. Staying active where I can build up my heart strength. I can feel my heart strength is building back up. There was just a way that I was struggling before that I'm just not struggling anymore. Um, Motivated to get up and do more. And yeah, so far we're doing pretty good. We got some progress. So we'll keep working it. We'll keep doing what we need to do. Keep following the instructions of the primary care and our, the medical team that's been working with me, the cardiologist, the heart specialist, and we'll keep working with it, man, and we'll beat this thing. Like I said, it's like it came out of nowhere, and I don't think it's exactly what they think it is. I think it's something similar. I think it's one of those cases where it sounds like a duck, quacks like a duck, it looks like a duck, but is actually something a little different. And the approach that we've taken so far has worked. But I don't think it's exactly what it is or what they're thinking it is. But we'll keep at it, and I will come to you guys later on with more updates as I learn new information. That is it for this video. I just wanted to come in and talk with you guys for a little while. And I got a fragrance review video coming up pretty soon. Feeling pretty good. Got some fragrances I want to talk about. This bad boy right here. That's what I'm wearing today. So that'll be coming soon. I'll be dropping that one probably in a little bit, shortly after this video. And that is it. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will catch you guys soon. Peace.